Hello everyone. In this program, we're going to see how we can work with a variable. So to declare a variable in Visual Basic, you just use the keyword dim, then the name of your variable, for example, full name, and then the type of the variable, type of data that variable is going to store. For example, full name is just a string combination of alphabet, so a string. So this will give us a string variable. And if you want to store numbers like whole numbers, you just use this one. For example, dim count. For example, you want to count something as, so since counting we use whole numbers, we just declare it as what, integer. And finally, if we want to make use of decimal numbers, so we declare it in form of a decimal or double. For example, let's say currency. We want to accept currency, we say as double. So this will allow us to accept like 2 naira 50 kobos or something like that. So let's make use of this one. We want to accept a name and print it like 10 times. To do that, we accept a name using what, console the read line, like we have seen in our previous video. So full name equals to console dot read line. So this will read a line and accept user's input. But before that, we want to ask a user to provide his full name, for example. So provide your full name. So this one will ask the user to provide his name, and we store the name into full name. So after accepting name, we use a for loop, even though we haven't covered the particular area, but we will talk about it just briefly now. Then later we will look at it. For example, let's say for index, that is our number, our variable index from 1 to 10. Oh, sorry. Let's say from 1 to 10, console dot write line, we put full name. So this will allow us to print full name 10 times. So by doing this one, we just run the program. Okay, at the end we're supposed to put console.readline. This will allow us to read what the content, to see, the user will see the result before ending the program. So as you run it like this, it's going to ask you your name. You just provide the name. After pressing enter, it will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will print it 10 times. So it will start from what? 1 and up to 10. In another way, we can change the number of printing. Instead of 10, why not let's ask the user to provide the number of times he wants his name to be printed. So like, how many times do you want to print your name? So we ask him a question, and the count, we accept it and put it inside. The number of times his name will be printed will be stored into this variable count. Then we change it to count. Then we print it. If you want to print it 10 times, you provide 10. If you want it 2 times, you provide 2. So you run it, provide your full name, Fatima Musa. How many times do you want to print your name? 3. Can you see it? 1, 2, 3. So you just print it 3 times. Let me run it again. Omar Musa. How many times? 5 times. 5 times. So this is how to make use of variable. So whenever you are declaring a variable, try to know the type of data you are going to accept. If it is an alphabet or alphabet and numbers all together, you just declare it to be of type string. And if it is in no whole numbers, if they are all whole numbers, so you declare your variable to be of type integer. And if you're going to accept input into it, the input is going to be in decimals, so you declare a variable For example, for the currency, let's ask a user console.writeLine, how much do you want for transport fare? Then we put what is the name of our variable currency? Currency is equals to console.readline. So whatever the user provide will be stored inside console. Then we come and print that particular amount, your request for, then we concatenate it with the currency. We want to say, okay, your request for so amount has been approved, or is approved, has been approved. So now let's run the application. What is your name? Isa Musa. How many times do you want to print your name? 4 times. How much do you want for your lunch? Maybe 10 naira 50 kobo. To print it as 10 naira 50 kobo. Has been approved. So this is how to make use of at least 3 types of variable, either string, integer, or double. So whenever you want to declare a variable, you can use dim, then the variable name, as a type, and you indicate the type of the variable you want. Thank you for watching.